good with undefeated, boys.
All right, Coach. 1-0 shutout win. It was due for a home shutout win. Your thoughts?
No, it's important. I think that anytime you get a shutout, it's a team effort. Starts with core T, defenders, midfielders, up all the way up to the guys up top. So I think the hard work defensively, it's important to minimize, how many chances they have. I mean, I think I'm looking at the stats, and possession-wise, they had the better possession by far. But when you look at shots on targets and overall shots, we had quite a bit difference. So the most important thing is not to give them any opportunities in front of our goal.
Now, Eric Bird with that strike very early in the second half. What did you see in that play?
Well, it was just a good ball movement. I think we keep talking about moving the ball from side to side, so we were able to go from the right, Carlos all the way to the left, to find Jesus, and obviously he finds Bird, who's just dashing to the middle. Was able to receive it and finish it. With the second touch. So, fantastic goal for him.
Very, very limited minutes for your new acquisition, Deshane Beckford. Talk about his performance just in those limited minutes.
Why so many little minutes?
No. His performance.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, I thought in the time that he had, he created 2 chances, stole the ball and looked to get behind the defense. I mean, he's a player that has a lot of pace, and it's someone that can stretch the defense. He's very skillful going 1v1, and so I mean, he just got here, so we're getting into the he needs to get into the rhythm, into what it is that we need to do, and but we see that he's a young player with a bright future.
So despite the scoring opportunity that we had, obviously tonight we played pretty well up front, created a lot of opportunities with our different forwards and midfielders. Something that we talked about is they possess the ball a lot. So how do you assess the team's ability to kind of take advantage of those small opportunities that we had tonight on the pitch?
Well, it's just a matter of making sure. I mean, I still think that with some of the shots that we had, we still missed or got blocked. So I think we need to be just a little bit more refined in that. In the first half, there were moments I think we were too bunched in, and we were getting in the way of each other instead of being able to spread the field out. So that's something that we need to do. Obviously, we started playing with 2 number 9s and 2 true forwards, which is something interesting that we had done earlier in the year, but we did it when we were kind of in need of a goal, and those guys had done it. So we said, hey, why not? Why not start from the beginning, from the start, and give those 2 guys a go, especially with the fact that the first team Houston that's kind of been adopted now playing with 2 forwards. So, we mimic a little bit of that, and, we'll see how it works out for us.
What are your thoughts on that connection between Michael Salazar and Carlos Esmal and this new formation that you're trying?
Well, I think it's important. I mean, there's 2 guys that can score goals. There are 2 leading scorers, so why not have them on the field at the same time? And so. I thought it worked out well. There's still some kinks. Obviously, they need to train it, and the more they're around each other, it'll probably be a little bit easier. Unfortunately, Michael just got here yesterday, so they didn't have a chance to train together. But I think the more they have in common, and the more they train together, this could be something that will be very interesting. I mean, we're not just all of a sudden just change everything around. It's just we got to have something a little bit extra, something different, just in case the team prepares for us, and we got to have something up our sleeve.
Next match against Austin Bold, the final Copa Tejas match. What would you take from this match to apply against Austin in Austin?
Well, I think it's important for us first and foremost. I mean, when we were here, we gave up 1 chance, and that's because we tried to dribble out of the back. We got picked off, and that's the only true opportunity they had. So for the most part, I thought our game plan was pretty good. We had quite a few chances, and we didn't punish them. At the end of the day, too, they were kind of older, wiser, and they managed the game with a lot of interruptions and gamesmanship and stuff like that. So we need to make sure that we get in front of them. That doesn't become a part of it. We got to get ahead. We can't concede any goals. They have 2 terrific. They have some terrific attacking players. So we have to make sure that we minimize their chances and their looks on goal.
One of the characteristics of Austin Bold has been their experience. The game where Austin Bold came to HB Park, it seemed like they were using that experience to get into the Toros players' heads. As somebody who has played professionally and has coached in collegiate and now in professional, what can you tell these players to avoid that kind of?
When you're ahead, nothing gets in your head. So we can't be chasing the game. I think that's the most important thing. So I think, we need to, just worry about what we can control. Whatever they say, whatever they do is fine. We need to be quicker, more dynamic, and move the ball faster. That's something we didn't do. We were very, very lackadaisical on the ball the last time we have here, and we didn't make them run enough. So we need to make sure that we press them a little harder and that we move the ball a little faster to make them run, see if they can stay with our young legs.